Hello, I'm SurferClock, and welcome to What's the Attraction, where our work is your vacation. Today's episode is going to be a very special rest in pieces. We haven't made much headway into Epcot's former attraction graveyard, and for those of you who follow attraction history, especially Disney World's attraction history, you'll know that Epcot has a treasure trove of closed and former attractions. These early gems would come to define the Epcot brand of edutainment. But being that we can only really cover one attraction at any given time, I wanted to start with a former attraction very near and dear to my heart.
Longest intro ever. What are we doing today?
Oh, I'm getting to that, Reese. Why are you in such a hurry?
The faster I can put you guys in mortal danger, the sooner I can get back to my poker table.
As you no doubt have noticed, I'm the only host here at the moment. TAP-G's running a little late. Something about dressing for the occasion.
Seatbelts, everyone!
And say hello to Instagram tappers. Oh man, that's even worse than usual.
Your hair is a mess, you're wearing a dress, and you've got an annoli from outside perched on your shoulder. Explain, please.
We are still doing this Rest in Pieces episode, right?
Yeah, we're doing it.
And you, Mr. Child of the 90s, aren't understanding my motif.
Oh, I get it all right. It makes tons more sense, however, when it's a character you actually resemble. Seriously, you didn't think to go with Carlos?
TAP-G looks rather fetching as a lady, I must say. Give him a chance, will you?
Today, I am Tap Grizzle.
The Grizz. Alright, enough delay. Now that we're all here, let's pay our respects to an Epcot classic, Body Wars.
Nestled deep on the western side of Future World, you may have wondered why you haven't seen a big old building labeled Body Wars on any maps. Well, it, much like Soarin' and Living with the Land, it was once contained in a dome-like building known as the Wonders of Life Pavilion, sponsored by MetLife. It was once housed with fellow former attractions like Cranium Command, Goofy About Health, and The Making of Me, the latter of which we're still debating about how to do an episode subtly for.
Well, we'll decide that later. Now, back to Body Wars. The attraction debuted on October 19th, 1989, and, interestingly enough, was Walt Disney World's very first motion simulator ride of this kind.
Wait, Star Tours wasn't the first?
It was, out west in Disneyland. We didn't get it here until December of 1989. Being such a trendsetter for Epcot, it opened to immense crowds with wait times often exceeding an hour. The only hope for competition came with Star Tours, but Body Wars still offered a fairly unique experience, a chance to go where few others would dare.
Body Wars brought folks into the seriousness scientific enterprise known as the MET, the Miniaturization Exploration Technologies. Using their body probes, the MET made it possible to actually go through the human body. Never mind all the possible breakthroughs or achievements that being able to go into different species might bring up.
Human bodies were probably the safest for that. Well, whatever the case, guests were to be miniaturized in groups of 40 and sent in to meet up with Dr. Cynthia Lair inside a volunteer who has a splinter. Now, I really hope that splinter was an accident, because I'm not sure I could voluntarily jab a splinter into myself.
Sometimes in science, as in many things, you have to take chances, make mistakes, get messy.
Yeah, thanks for that, Tap Grizzle. Anywho, you piled into the vehicle, blah blah, buckle up, stow carry-on items, then in you went.
Sounds kinda dangerous. Just the way I like it. Actually, compared to the rest of Epcot back then, this was a pretty cool trip. Well, sort of.
The ride had its darker moments too, though.
Go on.
Well, during the time when both Star Tours and Body Wars were open, both very similar rides, mind you, it was Body Wars that got most folks motion sick. Star Tours did too, but not nearly as many.
Probably the imagery combined with the movement. Something about the organic feel not meshing well with the herky-jerky turbulence, I guess.
And the other bit of darkness was a guest's death in May of 1995. A 4-year-old girl passed out during the ride, and a cast member stopped the ride upon noticing. CPR was performed by 2 nurses who happened to also be riding, but it was all for naught. Upon arriving to the hospital, she was pronounced dead. Details emerged later that she had a pre-existing condition, a heart defect, though it was never proven that the ride played any role in exacerbating her condition.
As for what happened next, like the ancient Imagineers used to say, when the body count goes up, the lines tend to go down.
No Imagineer has ever said that. You're making things up now.
Ha! I know I should have stayed home today.
But podcasts and field trips are always more fun with the grizzle.
Guys?
We never dealt with djinns or way too serious co-hosts at my old school.
Guys?
You can't even stay focused on the character you're cross-dress as.
Guys! Can we please go back to Body Wars?
Sorry, Reese. As a centuries-old djinn used to say, haste makes waste.
So does filler. Now, make like the Monty Python and get on with it!
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it.
No, not doing that again. Look, Body Wars closed because of waning attendance, and not just there, but throughout the pavilion. More and more people wanted to get the sort of thrill that Soren and Test Track offered. Body Wars was a walk-on in its final days.
Which brings me to why I find Body Wars so special. Sure, I rode Snow White's Scary Adventures plenty of times before it closed, but that was open all the time, to everyone. Body Wars was only in seasonal operation, and I happened to ride it during one of the last times it was open. I can't remember the exact date, and I wasn't in the review business back then, so I unfortunately can't regale you all with 18-year-old me's impressions regarding an aging attraction. Now, if I do find something in the future, maybe something I've written down, I'll happily share it.
That's a shame. So, Body Wars closed January 1st, 2007, along with the rest of the Wonders of Life Pavilion.
Never to reopen again.
Actually...
Oh, come on!
Oh, bear with me, Reese. This is actually important. Now, you can actually still enter the Wonders of Life Pavilion during special events, but none of the old signage or attractions are there. They normally host presentations, tastings, and all that kind of stuff. No signs of what once was, other than the design of the pavilion, are still there.
One more thing before we do our ride-through, though. Rumor has it that 3 of the 4 simulators at Body Wars were salvaged for parts to keep Star Tours going. One whole simulator was supposedly fully together to help Imagineers test new simulator concepts, not to mention having supposedly tested the new video and randomization for Star Tours The Adventures Continue. No Imagineer that we know of has confirmed or denied this, so it remains just a rumor.
Now, I can say that I know what actually happened to the simulators, thanks to a post and a photo from wdwmagic.com forum user known as Raven, showing the simulators were all removed from the pavilion in 2012. I even have the picture right here.
Nate, you should put that on Facebook.
I think I'll do that right now, actually.
No, you can't do that. We still got a ride-through to do.
Right you are, Reese. It's time to make mistakes. Get messy!
We can only hope. Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejados de las puertas.
Oh! Whoa!
Oh, hey, seatbelt.
Cabin pressurized. I'm switching to
Heck out!
internal power.
Whoa.
Hello again,
Oh
everyone.
my goodness.
Getting underway
Is that the Star Trek Enterprise?
Bravo 229er,
Doctor.
are you ready to initiate launch?
Hey, seriously, look at that thing!
Yeah.
All systems go.
That is so
Initial
Star Trek.
reduction sequence.
Reduction sequence begun. We're now approaching the miniaturization room.
The miniaturization, really? They couldn't come up with something slightly more scientific than that?
Oh, check it out. Looks kind of cool. But why is she just now sitting on the table?
200 microns.
Come on, at least she's gonna get some anesthetic, right? Oh, we're never gonna find out. Oh, and that looks like the Millennium Falcon.
It kind of does from the underside.
What is that thing doing?
Hold on, everybody.
Sparkly, what the... Lone Star!
Control, this is Bravo 229er. We're under the skin. Everything
Wow.
looks fine. Roger. Folks directly in front of us.
They're so vain.
Blood cells on their way to destroy the splitter.
There's more blood here than Halloween Horror Nights.
There it is now.
Splinter is not looking good these days.
A lot of activity.
Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, Raphael, we can't comment on, but Splinter?
Experiencing some turbulence. I advise you to come aboard immediately.
In a minute, Captain. I need to take one more cell count.
1, 2, oh, sorry, I lost count.
My god, how big is this frigging Splinter?
Massive.
I don't think Big A.
Oh,
And it's chipping away. That cannot be good.
oh boy.
Called into a calculator.
Oh,
Whoa.
Hang on.
Whoa! Whoa! No! No! Cheap green screen effect!
can't you just grab one and use it as a cell phone?
Haha. Ooh, I think I'm gonna be sick.
Not on me. Oh,
Whoa! You know, Rex was a better pilot than you!
I know, right?
Okay, wait, whoa, stop. How did we go from the finger to the heart to the lungs? I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure those three aren't as tightly connected as you might think.
White blood cells?
Well, you know, maybe you shouldn't have taunted him.
See how it, like, sparkled?
Ooh, we don't have room in here, Missy. You're gonna have to be, strapped to the roof.
I hope you're okay with that.
Control, I've got Dr. Lair.
You've got her. Where'd you put her? On the roof?
The brain. It works on electrical impulse.
Wait, the brain?
Through that cavity.
We're gonna go inside a woman's brain? I can't handle that!
Let's just hope she doesn't have to drive us there.
Oh.
Oh.
The blood! Okay, where are we now? I can't even see anything.
I know.
Use the heartbeat to propel us.
The heartbeat?
Oh! What are we, inside the Tin Man?
I know, right?
Whoa! What is going... Are you telling me these genius scientists didn't figure this out? Wait, spinal fluid? Okay, now we're inside the cowardly lion because now it's a spine. Wait.
Need some electricity fast.
You have to cross the blood-brain
Oh.
The
barrier
blood
to
brain.
get us inside.
Where's the dream finder where you need it?
Cerebral cortex.
Wow! That way, no. This is the left side of the brain figment. You need to get on the right side. Okay, I think all we need is just one little spark to get out of here. Wait, what the?
Here it comes.
I think we went through a wormhole instead.
I'm surprised.
I'll tell you what you did. You broke every regulation in the book.
Control. We were the first to go through the heart, lungs, and brain.
You also managed to pull off the most spectacular mission.
Wait a minute. So, Star Trek uniforms, and you break every rule in the book, and yet you're a hero.
He's Captain Kirk, clearly.
Clearly.
Unlatch your safety belt by pushing the button on your
I am
left.
not
Please
going back to the
exit ship
doctor
to your
ever.
right. Don't forget your personal belongings.
Whoa! Make it stop! Oh, get off!
That wasn't so bad. A trifle cliched, but delightfully cheesy otherwise.
Cool, fine, we're done here. And just for the record, Tappers, your hair looks hideous.
Well then, thanks for joining us as we pay our respects to Body Wars. I suppose with the simulators dismantled and removed, it really will be resting in pieces. I'm SurferClock,
And I'm gonna take off this dress.
and we're What's the Attraction? We're all
Wait, hold on. We're taking this thing full bus.
Full Bus?
Yeah, all the 90s shows end on laughter and a soundtrack sting. So, you got any good jokes?
Nope.